So when you have a party and you want to make an easy, tasty dessert, one of the best things to do, especially late spring, early summer, is a berry cobbler with a nice streusel topping. It's easy to do, it's incredibly well received. You'll find that most people just love it. First show you. The first trick is to make the streusel topping. It's not difficult to do. You start out with a cup of flour. You add in roughly, I believe this is a half cup of oats.
Yes.
Okay. You put in about a quarter cup of chopped pecans. This is optional. You don't have to use that, but you can. You want to go ahead and use roughly a half cup of brown sugar, well packed, and then you want to mix it up. You want a half teaspoon of salt, and you want to mix it up with butter. We're using 8 tablespoons of butter here, and then we need something to mix it with. Now you want to mix the streusel topping until it looks kind of like a rough gravel. If the butter's soft, it's easy. This butter's still a little bit hard. You can just let it sit out on the counter a little bit longer. You want it at room temperature in order to make it easy to mix. Okay, so the topping is all done. This is what it looks like when it's done being mixed. And now to make the filling. This is a cobbler, so the filling can be just about any kind of fruit you want. You can use apples, you can use peaches. If you have mangoes, a mango cobbler wouldn't be too bad. I don't like mangoes personally, but I know Young loves them, and so do a lot of other people. So you can make a mango cobbler. The recipe for a cobbler filling is pretty much consistent no matter what you're making. So you start out, we've got 6 cups of berries here. We did a mixture of raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. So we're doing a mixed berry cobbler. Put in about a teaspoon of cornstarch, and that helps to thicken it when it finally cooks. Use a cup of sugar, tablespoon of lemon juice. That gives it the tang. You don't want it to be all sweet. You want a little tang in it to make it taste good. And then you want to pour in about a tablespoon of melted butter. That gives it a richness. Mix the fruit together so that everything is all mixed up together. Then you put the streusel topping on top of it. And by the way, if you like, you could put some spices in this topping. Cinnamon or nutmeg would be fine on it. I like it without the spices. I think it's fine just plain. And you take this whole thing, you put it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. And you've got your cobbler. And there we go. There is your fruit cobbler. Now you can serve it to your guests just like that, warm out of the oven with a scoop of ice cream on top of it, or let it cool down a little bit, serve it with a scoop of ice cream or by itself. I guarantee you'll get a breathtaking result and a lot of really interesting comments about it. People are gonna love this. It's so easy and it's so good. Everyone. Pleasures of summer is having fresh berry cobbler and some vanilla ice cream. You could just taste the fresh air and the sunshine in that. It's wonderful.